Ebusuafo ne ahwefo emu bi akobade ba Unidek TV so send the dey kan obodi answer betumi emi subscribe button no so no subscribe na for like na wetumi a share no we comment was ne betumi.
You know, it's your boy Captain to the Planet. I'm here to talk to you about Unidek TV. Please subscribe to Unidek TV. Subscribe.
Embre bi omo ka kire say eye Ashanti Airlines men can Mr. Don't bring this in. I want to use 15 minutes to finish this and end today's show. Ashanti Airlines they say Kwame Despite koto anyway. Me ka kire bokroma so mo boa azan Ashanti Airline bi ani ho omo de bedada mo Ashanti Airline anyway. Kwame Despite was scared to Ashanti Airline or was scared to plane. Kwame Despite or was scared to plane. Ashanti Airline na mo be de news people mu e de news no Ashanti Airline away. Omo boa. Omo de dada Asantefo ni bi. It's just a lie. There's nothing like Ashanti Airline. Kwame Despite oni sika. Kwame Despite ontumi nya $500,000 wo dem ma oni bi. Onen nko from di china omo hye kwankora shirt. They don't have any money. E hunhuna no hunhuna mo. $70,000 cyber truck, 80,000 there. We no eno ye de tena de na won ase o. Enko bebia. The also ya santini sikeni or ya bema na onto plane na onfo tu mfo ntine mu nko UK na afi mu se bema abefie na sa ya kwa yi ase ye twi ye de ndien 2016 car 2019 car eno na emfa hwema top plane na ntu woni petrol to do also to go plane mu ansa na kodu UK the also ya bema or ya santini otisika kokoso no onto plane wo Ghana emfo tu mfo ntine mu kasa nya che and at the end, cheche, you do webecom, you betcha weti, ye nya santini di share back man into plane or Ghana, and you betcha be etino. Mumbram Wasi, Nanamini Bonipa, Mumbram Wasi. Oh, we got. Yan infant for Yankasi beto plane, ye dear carrots, ye dear carrots and nanko, ye dear here spices. Mona was some whisker, may pass santini di show whisker beto plane. All right, now, Mammy coming as half whisker for. Now, look at this. And the Parliament, of course, when a Speaker of Parliament, a be a Parliament. Now, when I'm and I insist to say be a Parliament, a NPP 4. Afenyo Markin, and any NPP 4, and on the Krata, a Parliament in some any embraso, and on share Speaker of Parliament say, Ombra na ombe be a Parliament, na yanya den government business. Inti and the Speaker be a Parliament in a DNC.
Unfortunately, the signatories who made the request have not shown up, and therefore matters that they wanted us to handle, which are admitted for the consideration of the business committee, are not on the order paper, and in fact there's no order paper for today because the business committee could not meet due to the absence of the people who requested for the recall. And as you can see, one side of the house is completely empty. In view of this, we have, as usual, got a quorum to sit, but we have no business before us to transact, because the business committee, as you know, they prepare a report, and this report is adopted by the House as business agreed by the House to transact during the course of the week. In the absence of that, there is no other authority that can put business before you which you have not adopted to transact. In view of the failure of the business committee to sit, as a result of the refusal of those who requested for the recall to show up, we are compelled to once again adjourn the sitting of the House. knowing the challenges we are facing, it is not advisable to be adjourning from day to day. And so I'll proceed once more to adjourn the meeting indefinitely. And the meeting, this extraordinary meeting, is accordingly adjourned.
In the end, they see our Ghana Parliament. No. Last week, NPP 4 share Parliament in Brechi. A press conference say, Omo insist say, Speaker of Parliament, Embra Betnas no mumbi Parliament, na yenye ejuma enkasa emwa Ghana. Yema Ghana or minor enkoso Parliament, government business enkoso. Afenyo Markin di NPP 4 nyina enim ebe press conference no. Speaker of Parliament, Enra or a press conference catch Ghana for say, a Ghana for ne di to me amano. A Ghana mra ena odiso anase oshasye. Constitutional and national se ontena Parliament na ondi jumadie emwa Ghana. In these parliamentarians, Abba normally a woman at the Emra Ashichi Akachan say, Ombe be a parliament no montanasi. Even though as some hona watumuno, or see because Obu Emrano Odi Ghana constitution is no obeti NPP for na almost say be a parliament in the minimiana as sama and we hear pa ewo. Speaker of Parliament now on your baby also koye ojaye and obaye and now making sure and there obe be a parliament ma obia abetnasi. Montias say this parliament Sa Parliament we NDC for 137, NPP for 137, and I owe one minority. There's nowhere in this parliament I owe majority or minority. It is out of respect. And obi ebefre obi a person say oh majority. Obi say oh minority. But there's no official document backing anything in parliament. And I say in the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, no say Afambi a minority in this parliament. And I say Afambi a majority. Ghana's parliament recognizes numbers. When there's a greater number than the other number, that number automatically becomes majority. As we sit here, this 8th parliament, there's no greater number. All the numbers from the NPP and the NDC side are equal, and there's one independent. At this point, as we speak, it is out of respect. You will be for the gentleman's agreement. Say it does not mean say you are say, but it is out of respect. And say. So say nipani share or chinano and fro say. You cannot say I want to fight you. Why didn't you call me say? He's calling you say because maybe you are older than him. He's calling you say because ebi ejuma ni woman who experience the channel. He's calling you say because he feels say that is how or say or respect for you. He is not calling you say because one friend will say I'll be too much in atum. And that is what has happened in parliament to date. The Parliament of Ghana has no minority and has no majority. But as gentlemen and as elderly people and as matured people in our parliament, they got to a point where they said, to respect each other's views. For people to know, we here, we are not kids, gentleman agreement, left can refer to right as minority at a particular time and right can refer to left as majority at a particular time. It does not. Thank you very much. Out of courtesy. So nobody's entitled to majority or minority. And so Ghana Constitution the parliament only recognizes a number that is greater and or recognizing as majority. As we speak, there's no greater number in the Republic of Ghana. So we MPP MPs are 137. We NDC MPs are 136.7. And we one minority. So the Parliament of Ghana, there is no majority. So nobody is entitled to the majority status or a particular sitting place in Parliament. Let's get this right. Out of courtesy, somebody can say so. Say the next day, you cannot say it is out of courtesy. So foot train, foot bus. Na se akokora ejina ho. Na what as a young man. Na se sorry ma akokora tenasia out of courtesy and respect. But the next time akokora beto na one sorry the akokora cannot say webu mraso. It is not a law. Say also sorry free bus. Emma de akokora tenase. And it's now for public transporter. Your baby yes aha omo asebi omo di dem oma ko nwanie. Ena aha omo mo yen kokora ma konwani into bi akokora na abrewa ana onyim no wura basin na bebi a wo se emrewatena ayema na se mete wona man sorry a that person cannot sue me enka se chinchina e wo so me sorry man tena se it will be out of courtesy and make a chedi pan say oh e wom se bebi a wo so tena ayema ntitena ha because wenyini se manya enyam from so manya untumi insist say me sorry makonwa so, and that is what is playing in parliament right now. Inti you need to understand in parliament, every day be a car you say presidents are very important. And it's na Osha video where let me play this video. Thank you very much, team, for bringing this in. I'm trying to let this simple thing Nagana for Atias here. Listen to this.
You have the new Patriotic Party wing or caucus in Parliament, together with the independent member of Parliament from Fomina, and they now constitute the majority group. You have the new Patriotic Party wing or caucus in Parliament, together with the independent member of Parliament from Fomina, and they now constitute the majority group.
So, what's the Alban Babin Kaino? Or say, omo number no, sa independent candidates no, essay or person no, they are a group. So at that point, every time they come to Parliament, say yeah to a bar until say independent candidates no better say matwa kohana, the NPP is not a majority. Send your Parliament na yeah to a bar. Yeah to no one by one head counter. You be busa independent candidate ni say obetwa right and now obetwa left. The moment you betwa ba no independent candidate no enye automatic say he is voting NPP. Until during the voting, or no to say I am voting in favor of these people, that will make you the majority group. So technically, in Parliament of Ghana, there's no majority and minority. And I think say the NPP in Parliament led by Afenyo Markin, they are missing one thing. Afenyo Markin is stupid. He's childish. Afenyo Markin has shown continuously that he's not somebody who you can reason with. Afenyo Markin is full of ego. His little ego na he's making every NPP MP look stupid, and that is playing out in Parliament. Because if your leader is intelligent enough, he will understand and he will tell the group of Mdinechi say, it does not matter where we sit. If we care about Ghana's development, let us go into Parliament and do what? Do government business. Because we are in Parliament for the people. Time ana ye to meswaba no, ya anto meswaba ewo edien edna, and say ya anto meswaba ewo Cape Coast. Ya nkan chem say ko nekotena this part of Parliament. They told me to go to Parliament. Inti saoba parliamenta, your job is to find a seat and then speak and make sure ya bo o mine no bra. That's your job. So when you come and run out ya konwa we so na asimesi abetena so a, you have the right to pick another chair and sit. Because in the parliamentary and also in our constitution, no party has been assigned seat in Parliament. So for the NPP to even say you run Parliament, now ahana debia yetna obia kotena wonti, we are entitled papa dia and you say ya me chance me antena ho Parliament adwuma nkoso na sa MPP no mo yo mambo for me nkwasiafo. They have caused financial loss to the state. Afenyo Markin na leader no, if it is purely about the business of the day, say about you and me into na oko Parliament to make sure the obey of Parliament to be favor on the constituency any Ghana nyina, he will not care about where he sits in Parliament. What he'll be caring about is his contribution in Parliament to help Mother Ghana. But because there's an agenda, because omo say Ghana for Jimmy, because Afenyo Markin kwasi ampenyi we no obu MPP forum good etin so mo yin. Yeah, my mention there. Free Parliament
all these perhaps I call it ex cathedra statement of speaker, creating an impression as though those statements is making are an authority on their own. It cannot be. A true Democrat will respect the rule of law.
Yes.
And that is why we decided to respect him.
bebeto besa bo video no nyabotre na study omo mugina ne chi no on say as much as NPP are foolish, every party omo bibi efe no oko parliament kra party bia no omo leaders omo mpenifo a obi ha onye chief whip onye leader of a party, but watena parliament acha they recognize him omo ye nipa bi a omo kakuo bi ho a omo nim nyam ne experience nti omo gina wo chikra na okasa obi behu se ampa sam penifo we e na ahya otupa omo de oka nyina omo foa wo so hwe Afenyo Markin chi omo mugina chi onyan kwasiafo. They are backbenchers, riffraffs, dirty, unnecessary, unimportant materials are parliament. 90% of the time, those behind him, you don't even see them talk in parliament because he is being supported by the little riffraffs, the dirty ones in parliament, who have no idea about what is happening.
All these, perhaps I call it ex-cathedra statement of speaker, creating an impression as though those statements he's making are an authority on their own. It cannot be. A true Democrat will respect the rule of law.
Yes.
And that is why we decided to respect him. You know, ladies and gentlemen of the press, NPP, our tradition is to respect rule of law. Yes. It's out of deference to Mr. Speaker. That is why we did not enter the chamber. That we should share in that chaos theater with them. Never. Never. We will not. MPP will not. We will not. Therefore, don't be swayed by their lies and their propaganda. The chaos they started is what they want to end. We will not allow that.
Inti almost say typically they are stupid. On and some okay, you know, any basis bia. And you see, there's one thing Afenyo Markin, or they destroy the NPP. His consistent attack on Speaker of Parliament. Consistent attack. Every platform he gets, or just a speaker and a colleague. Every platform he gets. Because from day one, they have never respected Speaker of Parliament. One, because in their head, na Otisema Kukwe are or partisan. But you see, continuously, Speaker Alban Bagbin has proven, say, on your party dog. Majority of the time, he takes decisions that the NDC is not happy with. Two, they don't respect Speaker of Parliament because of a ceremony. I am telling you, the NPP, typically that's how they are. From the day Alban Bagbin, two things they have never accepted it. Or yet, they have never accepted his leadership. And secondly, they have always said, say, Alban Bagbin in the MPP head no NDC. But when you look at the way Alban Bagbin has conducted himself in this hung parliament, now compare when Michael Quay was in parliament as the speaker, not NPP one majority, you could see Michael Quay was a party dog. PDS, E-Levy, Sankwasi Assembly Ninano, Michael Quay made sure that this stupid party passed it. But you see, the respect of Omunima speaker no is because they think say, or especially Afenyo Markin, he thinks say, because party no woman no, and I can for party and speaker ye teni and speaker ye NDC, so that respect he will never give speaker. But when you look at speaker status, now we share a filthy, dirty riffraff, a rapist like Afenyo Markin, a pedophile defender, a criminal who sleeps with everybody's wife, sleeping with judges. Such a dirty soul sits and tries to disrespect speaker. You could see say there's a problem. And I think majority of Impenifo Ghana, you should be worried. The consistent disrespect and attack from this MPP pigs, their leader, on Alban Bagbin is a worry, it's a problem. Now, Mojin Alban Bagbin, Onire. Mojin say Oni Ebusia. Mojin say Oni people who revere him and respect him. Mojin say Oninkophobia, they cherish him. So why would Afenyo Markin, a dirty riffraff who has not achieved anything, when it comes to politics, be standing on TV every day trying to make it look like, say, Speaker Bagbin. Speaker Bagbin, Eya Kwarabi. They don't respect her. From the day Alban Bagbin as a speaker, Ose Chairman Sabosu has never respected him. Because in his head, Alban Bagbin is turning. And the bench of the NPP from the day changing from Ebese Kufuor from 2017, they have never respected Speaker Bagbin. When was the last time you saw the NPP MPs, NPP leadership in Parliament? 10 years. When was the last time I saw say NPP leadership or Parliament 10 years? Never. They don't respect in tough war. The party, the leadership, they don't see in tough war as human beings. And no matter the position of the matter, NPP core, they will never respect you. Mr. Da Ben out say from 1992, you be a MPP. When we 10 years with the MPP anymore parliament first and second, when we be that, you never see anything like that because our party, they've structured it in such a way. Say there are some group of people or more Ghana, some tribal, they see them to be lower than them. Into some before Sadi Penny be party and internet they are struggling in parliament from Oseche Mensah-Bonsu to Afenyo Markin. That is why, because the party has never recognized a Northerner, and also what they are trying to do is undermine Alban Bagbin because of the party he's coming from. It is a one study here. What they are doing is out of disrespect for the man and his tribe. Where it's coming from, it is not anything. Because you see, it is even so difficult for them to go to him and reason with him. Because Afenyo Markin MPP for no, they see themselves say, "Eye there na teni way, you got na nim," and then the kasamane boye. They don't understand, they don't get it, and continuously you saw say, Oseche Mensah-Bonsu no, the same happened. You saw the way he disrespected the man every time. They go behind the scenes, he'll come and try to disrespect because they don't see the party. They don't see themselves as people they have to lower or come so low to respect Alban Bagbin. Into the party, the MPP former parliament, they don't respect the man. Me say, take your time and analyze the NPP. Now, I'm free. Hear what Omumubi Eka.
Let's call a spade a spade. In fact, the interpretation being given to 97.1G to very weird. I'm not the interpretation of vacation of a member.
Okay.
Indeed,
are you talking about the Okwe interpretation?
Okwe interpretation was very wrong.
It was wrong,
and it is equally wrong this time also.
Okay.
But to me, why are we just playing politics around this constitutional provision? It is very unnecessary, and it has happened in subsequent times, even prior to Okwe's ruling. Mm-hmm. And if Okwe was wrong, does it mean that we have to repeat what is wrong? I don't think so. And let us not take Ghanaians for granted. So I am very disappointed at the spectacle that we are seeing. We need to consider the enterprise Ghana first. What is it that would be in the interest of the country that we need to pursue? And for us, we are behaving as school children who are fighting over seats or fighting over sides of the teacher. These things are not necessary.
But do you tell your colleagues these things?
No, I tell everybody. I don't have to. In fact, I'm very disappointed in the total behavior of Parliament. I'm very disappointed. And I'm wondering, could it have been better? And so we call ourselves honorable. What we are doing is honorable enough. And when we go to Parliament, we leave, instead of conducting business, this one is saying that, this one is saying that. I'm indicting the whole house, both sides. And I'm
are you willing to sit on the minority side?
I'm disappointed. If we vote and we come out to be minority, who have sat on the minority side before. Mm-hmm. In fact, my colleagues who were in the 5th Parliament and 6th Parliament, they were in a minority, they sat there.
True. And
indeed, if you look at the Constitution, and if you read the 97, particularly read from the beginning of 97.1, you say in Parliament, in Parliament, there. If you change whilst you are there, it's not futuristic. So this one, we shouldn't waste too much time. I'm telling you that I was so disappointed with the ruling of Professor Okwe, and I have always condemned it. But that doesn't mean that we have to continue to be belaboring the point. If today
I've told you, we mo omwe Jimmy. Appear could be a cocan you more better TV so. Ready. Well, instead of him to be bold to tell them Omo leadership said they are being stupid, he is trying. Oh, if Michael K was wrong, when Michael K was wrong, you use your stinking ass to clap and use that his wrong decision to incur a lot of debt on Ghana. Kwasia. You knew Michael K was wrong. And because that wrong decision was favoring you people to destroy our economy, you clapped. Today, you are trying to justify Michael K's stupidity. The question here is, it's not about Michael K being wrong and Speaker being wrong. It's about your leadership, NPP, your leadership. Who told Speaker to come and open Parliament? Are you entitled to any seat in Parliament? No. Akwawe akoka yomo onbeso benyini. Oh sorry anopa we dey boy for ebi o. Ade abechini wo. And so sorry anu watwi de nu aka yomo no abetena ho o montete nchen ma mento aboy abuofunu. Boy for bi o dan ne ho a ontumi mbodogi akwawe wo gini eyi o so bese wo bu nyina akwaje nchene. Akwawe wo gini bisawi obese o sesa wo bu nyina akwaje nchene e wo Somalia. Wemu odane ne ho a bue na de achi wakotwe yombo 2024 adentira ombeso be so wanyini ombeso be so enche ne owu ne siase nyina e brown otitivi so ne minimu sa ponchireni koto de ne bodwe. Instead of him being honest to say our leadership has gotten this wrong and that we need to listen to the speaker, we are not supposed to run to Supreme Court no otitivi so kan kwasi asem we enche no almost say krono hwe omo free parliament hwe jimi omo.
The speaker has made a ruling barring them from coming to the parliament. Supreme Court is reversed it. It is for the speaker to sit up there and tell the house that his decision has been reversed, and so we
how will it be reversed if you are not seated? Honorable, you say you are going to cite the speaker for contempt.
That is not properly convened.
I mean, you are going
how would the speaker reverse his decision?
Again, I'm saying that you either want to take leave of your senses or you listen to what I am saying. If you are not prepared to listen to what I'm saying and just listen to your own voices, we are not going to get anywhere. Look at the paucity of cameras. Everybody is listening, but you don't seem to be listening and concentrating on what I'm saying. It is not a question of our presence in there or not. It is for the speaker. If it is only about 100 people who are coming to the room there, minority and the majority will constitute the composition of the house in its entirety. Which never comes in there, provided that we have enough to constitute the house and then start business of the house, we should do it. So even if he had 99, which is 1/3 of what to form the quorum, it was for the speaker to make the announcement in the house that his ruling has been stayed, has been overset. Accordingly, minority back to where you were, majority back to where you have been. That is the simplest solution that we're talking about.
You say you're going to just briefly.
Yes.
When are you doing this?
Watch the space.
Watch the space. I mean, finally, the speaker says that the majority has failed to convene the business meeting yesterday.
You see,
so that they can put the business for this emergency.
I keep saying that first things first. First is for the speaker to declare in that house the same way as cathedral, the same way he did to make that. Well, you can keep on making that foolish statement. It doesn't take you anywhere. But what it is that it is for the speaker to sit up there and make the pronouncement that the Supreme Court is already overset his decision, and accordingly we should come back and sit where we sit. Then the business of the house begins.
Just briefly,
you see, in the whole Ghana, Penina with Jimmy Panic Amon. And I blame the media. This foolish idiot is insulting you. Kwasia we in Kenya mo media ne Ghana for taxpayers money. Uncle we would da. Them kwala brim no mental problem. Ojina in front of the media to tell you are fools. Not but the camera dinichi. Jimmy way. They be a tran na man for see muade. You heard the language he used. Yatrane used the same language. Obibeka se Kevin Muketi Amon. Kwasia we. Shekasa ne free na no ba. We a member of parliament. Kwasia mpenyi we. Na okwa dansia so kwa na nipa ebusi ekoto aba ma Jimmy we. Hwe asem free na no ba. Say journalist omu joy yankwasiafo omu ejimi fo. Na yeda ho de mic di nechi. akwa ne ho fi we a oye illegal lawyer we na nya Ghana ne ye Jimmy a ehede na KTM ontumi ye MP ebe ye minister enye MPP no mo ye moa. And you see, with Jimmy no parliamentary for a long time, right now he thinks it's funny. And right now, no, Jenny Ghana for the media, we so Jimmy we swama. Now Julian say, so when Jimmy, we don't recognize him. So every small space he gets, now they didn't kwasiasem or disrespect it, even the media. Imagine a journalist had made the same statement, the fully of the parliamentarians or their senses have left them. Again, say a journalist stood on TV to make that statement. What would this fool say? But this is the situation. A fool like Katie Hammond, Kwasiabi. I don't respect people who don't respect others. I don't respect old men or elderly people who pretend to be stupid. Katie Hammond, a bodameniti, fitting in Kuala no yariu. This guy, how long has he been in parliament? Almost 30 years. And I'm so quite free. Share the constituency, Menokaze 2020.
Hey, any date is 6 November. You go by the Sagon Quine. Hey, MPP Abang, Yamisram Wati. MPP Abang, Yamisram. Hi, my Nina. Ye, no one can who quote out over the Sang where I didn't go. Ye, Yatin Futu Match. MPP Abang, Yamisram. Ye, and you would then MPP Abang. You MPP Abang. Ye, MPP Abang. Any date is 6 November. You go by the Sagon Quine. Hey, MPP Abang, Yamisram Wati. MPP Abang, Yamisram. Hi, my Nina. Ye, no one can who quote out over the Sang where I didn't go. Ye, Yatin Futu Match. MPP Abang, Yamisram. Ye, and you would then MPP Abang. You
I got 30 days near Kotwaba. Shadibi Akoye. Ye mubi ye Jimmy, Kwasi be party didn't know Jim. MPP Abang. A quine no, ye the great Abefaso. And you could tab goose near the sapeti guso. Kwasiano, you know your video, no, Obesa Kosala could you t-shirt. Ye Jimmy. Katie Hammond. O we are not got an crying. Kohani estate a gun crying. O the jantra of what is impunam. Kwasia wo yo, san or the yo more than Zasqua. And this last me say, San and I are forget and answer Katie Academy say me, and Ansasqua and free, Kevin Rubet to my boss, a buffalo. And Ansasqua Katie, what's the aim? This is your constituency. Onan swase de dukoji besen elbokida. Otiti in crime so ti radio so constituency ni. Ukro mu nie. Hwese bia ye wo kwan. O MP na ojimi ne ho no. O be ka kire me say me ntumi metwem nko e wa asante asokwa nkobo ase. Na wo ye peta na nka wo ye nkwan be de obeye. And I don't deal with such dirty people again. This is 30 days to election here the KTM Moyen constituency. Now my men chiro at the Kudientia MPP person call parliament. They are insisting say speaker and cast a majority. My men chiro at the Kudientia person yes sir. My men chiro. One reason hey. My men chiro ni ampon. The reason tia NPP for the bebrebe ende o Ghana say omo pese speaker cast a majority keke. They want to do one thing. This is what they want to do. Yeah. You see this? One district, one factory. I'm saying 335 million tax waiver request. Full list of 42 beneficiary companies. NPP 4% almost pass the tax waiver. No, $335 million. Almost say one district, one factories. Be almost be no. Almost be more tax waiver. Almost you into your tax. Almost the sika waiver. Chamo. It's right now. No, Afenyo Markin. Any MPP for the percent speaker cast a majority. Na omo parliament beka say sa ayesika we omo dia che omo ebie omo de omo din atototototo companies nkete so na omo friend nyina one district one factory. Into Afenyo Markin over 12 companies in the one district one factory. 12. Ena ni nyina no ehye sa list nim. Ena omo de aba parliament say sa list no parliament ya approve. Now, omo pese speaker kasa omo ye majority keke. No ma kosi sa omo nyina ba parliament no ma kasa ya jiatum. Enti adekudenti a omo ye de nyina no, they just want that recognition. Sene be ya omo beba parliament no ma kasa $335 million no. Ya jiatum because 30 days no omo pese omo passes ade way. Enti dede omo ye nyina no because under 1D1F no omo ankase bie companies and omo di ahyehyɛ ase and omo say oh we nyina companies are aban ebe ma omo tax waiver. Now I was a parliament egitum said $335 million no yadi ache companies no companies ni omo dia omo beso mfa chire ko yisika no omo che and nuntina they are so pissed off say adentina speaker enyo mo majority into the speaker ebia opportunity no mo no mka so majority a omo parliament omo say any majority a pass. That is all. It's all about $335 million. Omo person omo fa. Because remember, 1D, 1F companies are organizing in NPP for there. And remember, about 80% of those companies, they don't exist physically. All of them are on paper. And they are registered in their names. Into the person they say, omo person menimi na omo pass and send parliament sorry. And nothing they are so pissed off. They want speaker to say into KT Amonda or see Argentina speaker about parliament, you know. First things first, when Dinka declares a majority, because that's all that they need. They need to be recognized as majority. No more pass $335 million free. No more. Mamancho, Mrs. Now, Osha a year time almost a parliament and reconvening, and I say Alban Bagbin NBA parliament now. Omudi a year statement in the buy no. Osha statement in moi, Omudi shemu say. Tax waiver of $335 million. This is the statement. This is the statement. Say, and time on release statements on Alban Bagbin MBA Parliament. In their statement, Mami and Lajino, Osha a year number 1 now, urgent matters for consideration now. Number 1, request for tax exemption for designated beneficiaries under the one district, one factory. They just want Alban Bagbin to come and open parliament, recognize them as majority, and then the $335 million no omfa. That is all. Mamancho, hey, look at this. Yebapong. Well, the companies now almost say a year 1D, 1F. These are the companies. Companies wait, sorry. These are the companies are almost on tax waiver. These are the companies. The list in the now Osha company now Osha list now companies in you B5 Plus Limited $11 million on Jinkudi. Yes, a tax waiver on Jinkudi. Ferro Fabric Limited $8 million. Everpure Holdings $1.7 million. Miro Forestry $1.3 million. Snedder Transformers Technologies Limited $994,000. CK Engineering and Construction Limited $332,000. Let's see. Ebimoje as high as 22 million. Ebimoje company to say Sunda Ghana Limited Investment $22.8 million. Yes, a tax the waiver on fire. Yeah, they quite command qua. Company be at to say a year Keda Ghana Ceramic Company Limited $15 million tax waiver. Wait till some person on parliament no. Yem from majority keke no pass it. $335 million. A coup for the companies fa. Some companies are boy a bin way existed. About 90% of them umuda. Almost in one district, one factory. I see. Companies when you know majority company be to say Centio Oil number 32 Centio Oil 164 million. Unim Centio Oil okay. Centio Oil no e de enwa dia kusibu atindia. Sa oil refinery no so be ni tema no kusibu atindia. $164 million. Kusibuati ni business partner ne baumia. Afiwati. Centio Oil na almost say a private company or mankasa be oil refinery no. E then Ghana buying a more tax waiver of $164 million. Kusibuati India. Every single money in Centio Oil kusibuati India. And it's a kusibuati and the oil campaign no. And it's a Kusibuatin and Otiba Basumia campaign. Kusibuatin Namakasaba winning. This $164 million Eko Kusibuatin was straight. Almost these companies are one district, one factory. Inti almost per se. Aye Alban Bagbin Eka Somuya majority. No say yes, ya pass it inti right now no. Yen majority. That is all. There is nothing else. Inti companies no. This is the second list. The companies no. Omunye Inti ukwa the final page of the document nini tax waiver request under 1D1F program May 2024 oba se wa $335.72 million. Your Rick Part company $366 million, $1,000. Rishon, Ecopoly, your companies be 2 million, ebi moje 1.9, ebi moje sa last company Grand Chem Limited $12.6 million. These companies all yes so many under 1D1F as NPP 4% omoba parliament ebejitum and nintina omone Alban Bagbin air kontokwana every day. Afenyo Markin were 12 companies 12. Inti ebi also the speaker term or the dinner term it is because on TSS speaker ember parliament and it odi mirika ko e Supreme Court no. And it already make a course no because or catch us say the companies near almost dear for the deal only dear 12 or cinema make sure say in 24 hours no wama Alban Bagman I reverse him or majority no passes that way and nuntina muhu de muhu. That is why you are seeing what you are seeing in Parliament. There's nothing more. Inti, nothing should surprise you. Me say, mon check the last but 2 company number 32 no Centio Oil Refinery Limited $164 million. Sa oil refinery company what temano. Sa company na eye kusibuati ne yeredia no. Omunko aje $164 million. My job here is done. I keep telling you, I'm just a messenger. A messenger without a Bible or a Quran. A messenger who is ready and willing to speak truth to power. Thank you very much to my production team. Thank you very much.
Abusuafo ne ahwefo emu bi akobade ba Unidek TV so. Send the day kan obedi answer betumi emi subscribe button no so no subscribe na for like na wetumi a share no we ja comment was ne betumi.
You know, it's your boy Captain to the Planet. I'm here to talk to you about Unidek TV. Please subscribe to Unidek TV. Subscribe.